product, just their service, whatever they offer, has immediately gone up. Alright guys, so in today's video I want to talk about the IBP of your product, and for those of you who don't currently know what that is, it's the immediate buyer perception of your product. So as soon as your product arrives in the Amazon package, they open that box from Amazon and they get to your package, how does the customer immediately perceive your product? Do they perceive it as inexpensive? Is it worth the price? Is it going to be good, bad, poor quality, really good quality? Because these things are really going to matter of what kind of frame of mind the customer's in before they actually open your product. If your packaging is already broken up and there's nothing on it, it's completely plain, they're already going to have a low perception of your product before they even opened it, especially if your product is quite generic and normal and for the most part plain anyway. When they open that plain box and see the plain product, they're just going to think cheap, bad quality, and just not very good thoughts basically, which isn't going to be the best thing for your product when they can leave negative reviews and all this kind of bad feedback that's going to make your life a hell of a lot harder. So the perfect example I have of this, and basically how I thought to make this video in the first place, despite this being something I've taught in my programs for quite a while now, is this letter that I received the other day. And it's actually a letter from probably someone a bunch of you have heard of and someone a bunch of you have used. But this letter is a lot more special than normal letters you might get in the post, such as this one, just a normal white letter, nothing too special about it. But as soon as I picked up this letter, I knew there was something special about it. So if I just go and open it here, the first thing I noticed, it didn't rip. So normally when you go to open a letter, you rip it to pieces and that's basically it, the letter is completely gone. But this one, I'm not sure if you guys can even tell through the video, but first of all it looks a bit different, it's black, a bit cooler, but it's a lot thicker, it's a lot stronger, and it's just made of a better material. So before I even open this letter, and if you have a company guys, you'll know that you get letters every single week asking for you to give money to banks and borrow money and lend money and exchange rates and just like all these things they want you to do with your money. But this one is different compared to the letters I get every single week that are like this. The second you go to open them, they're just going to absolutely completely just rip into 1,000 pieces, very just poor quality, and they want you to give you their money straight away. Just sending this, and my immediate perceived value of that company and what they're going to offer me is already very poor compared to when I opened this letter. Seen it looked a bit different, looked a bit cooler. The letter itself is weighty, it's very like just well made, and I know it's just a letter guys, but this really just affects your decision before you've even opened it and know what's inside. So once I did open it, I had this, not just a piece of paper like a lot of people send, just explaining to you what you can borrow, how much you can borrow, what exchange rates they offer, all this stuff that, like I said, if you have a company, you know exactly what I'm talking about, but this was completely different. So rather than just being just a normal crappy letter, this also is black, it's card, and it's just much better quality than just a crappy letter that most people send. It's different. So the people that actually sent this was Revolut, and I'm sure many of you, like I said, have heard of them and used them in the past, and you might have very good experiences with them because everything I've heard of them has been positive. And after they sent this letter, my immediate perceived value of their product, just their service, whatever they offer, has immediately gone up just because they haven't sent crappy packaging that's going to rip and it's just terrible, it's completely blank, there's just nothing on it that's going to get me excited about what's inside. And this really strongly relates to your Amazon product. If you're going to send a plain box, it's really boring, it's not anything special, it's not got any of your personalized designs on, there's nothing like that at all, then the immediate customer perceived value of your product is going to go down. Whereas on the other hand, if you just spend that little bit more in getting good quality packaging, making it a bit different, adding in your own designs, just getting even the packaging and color and getting it personalized is really going to help you in raising that immediate perceived customer value of your product before they've even opened it. Because it's like I said, a lot of products are just plain. So if you take this thing here that you might normally see in my videos, it's still got the writing from one of my last videos on it. It's a very just plain normal product. So if I actually go ahead and take all the letters out of it and stuff in a minute, this is what you are normally going to get in that package. And if this just came in a completely plain white box and then I got this out of it, I would think it's quite cheap and plasticky and there's just not much to it. But the actual box that I got for it, was something like this, which is, it's just a bit more interesting, a bit better. It shows the product, shows just more information, and this probably isn't the best example, it's completely off the cuff, but you can see what I mean by this being a hell of a lot better than a plain white box to sell a product that is already quite plain and just kind of boring, really. So your packaging is immediately going to have an effect on the customer, and I think all of you can agree with me on that if you open a box and it was just a completely plain brown box, or white, or just whatever color it is, as a bland product packaging, and you got out this product from it, you would immediately think that that product is of a lesser quality than if you got it out of the proper product packaging. So I really want to stress to you all in this video that you really got to focus on your product packaging. It's really important to your product, and you may just think, oh, it's the packaging, no one really cares about the packaging, no one reads it. Even if nobody reads it, which I can't say I've read any word of that product packaging apart from looking at it to understand what the product is, you still have almost a subconscious thought when you see the product packaging that it's actually like that. It's obviously been made with some kind of quality. You have the subconscious, like, perceived value of the product inside. Just as when I see the letter that is that hasn't fallen off the table, that is completely plain and just rips, and I haven't even opened it yet. So this letter, if I was to open it, it's just going to completely rip apart to get the letter that's meant to be inside of it. It's meant to ask me for my money, basically. My perceived value of that letter immediately is just nothing. I probably wouldn't even open it. But because that other letter, just the packaging was better, I automatically thought the product, the service inside was of a higher quality. And this is the exact same thing that's going to happen with your Amazon product. So this video has been slightly off the cuff, a hell of a lot of props and a lot of failures as well, but I hope you've understood the message I'm trying to get across here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So if you have, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe down below, click the bell notification, like the video, and leave me a comment on your thoughts on the video, on your product packaging. Do you have custom product packaging, and any videos you want to see in the future, because I'm definitely running out of video ideas, even though I haven't done that many. So that's not a great thing, so leave me ideas in the comment section below. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.